Venom: The Last Dance is the worst superhero movie ever. Okay, before I start, hear me out. I love Venom. He is absolutely my favorite superhero slash villain character. I even love the first Venom movie and I'll defend it. That was a good movie. The second Venom movie is a guilty pleasure of mine. It has a lot of problems, but for the most part, it's really enjoyable for me. This last and final supposedly Venom movie is so bad. I'm sorry. I really wanted to enjoy this movie, but I just couldn't. I should have known from the promotions they've been putting out for this movie it was not gonna be good. I made a video about it. Go check it out, sub, comment, like, and share with your whole family tree before you watch this video. Actually, watch this video first, then after go see it. Now, one more thing before I complain about this movie. If you enjoy this movie, that is completely understandable. Everyone has their own tastes and own personal preferences. I understand liking bad things. I love the Jonkler 2 movie. It's one of my personal not guilty pleasure movies because I like that movie and I'm not afraid to show it.
I'm the Joker, baby!
I know it has its problems, but I still decide to like it. So if you feel a type of way for liking it, don't, because it's my opinion. My opinion doesn't matter. Just kidding. It's the only right opinion. Shout out to 3C Films. Stole that from him.
I respect your opinion for that. There's tons of trashy movies I enjoy that have no defense.
Also, this is going to be spoiler filled, so you've been warned. This movie starts off with showing us Knull, and this movie already got me hyped because seeing him actually comic accurate is so cool, appearance wise and story wise. He tells us the symbiotes he's made have trapped him and he wants a spirally thing. I forgot what it's called. I think it was Codex. He wants that so he could be set free. His origin is simple, but movies always love changing everything about characters we love, which we'll see later in this movie. After that, we don't really see Knull for the majority of this movie, which I literally said in this video.
Not even be in the movie. I honestly think he's just gonna be a post-credit scene at the end of the movie. I hope I'm wrong, but I know Sony loves doing that.
God, I'm so smart. We go back to seeing Eddie Brock right after the Spider-Man No Way Home movie, and he says most of the same things but leaves out Spider-Man's name, which he said in the original end credit.
Hey, maybe I should go to New York and speak to this Spider-Man.
Shout out to 3C Films again, because I didn't even notice that. So this got me thinking they wanted nothing to do with Spider-Man in this movie because they knew it'd suck and Marvel would never let them put Spider-Man in this movie. They kept the Thanos reference though.
Purple alien that loves stones.
But no Spider-Man.
Purple
Thanos is referenced, but not Spider-Man.
Stones.
In a Venom movie.
Purple alien.
Alright, then he gets teleported in a different way for some reason. I guess they copyrighted him turning sparkly. Eddie goes back to his universe and the same Mexican guy is there. And they play on the news that Eddie's the main suspect to killing that one cop that no one remembers from Venom 2. Please remember, he got Carnage's symbiote from the last movie, which means from the comics, he's supposed to be this badass looking symbiote called Toxin. Remember that for later. Eddie's like, oh god, we have to run away somewhere. And they name places and then they literally look at the Statue of Liberty and some sort of jingle plays and they say we should go to New York, literally dangling Spider-Man in our face. Spoiler alert, he is nowhere in this movie, not even a mention of him. 3 full movies and all we got is Venom licking the screen with Spider-Man on it. Oh yeah, I can't remember if this part happened after or before all of this exposition, but the Venom symbiote makes a mixed drink while the song Tequila is playing. I didn't want to process that moment. It was just too unreal. I can't believe my Go Venom has become this. I could handle it for one movie, but they had to run it back for a second time. It was just that funny. It was just that funny. Venom walks down what Hollywood thinks Mexico is, and then Eddie hears what sounds like a woman screaming. And being the Mexican boy that I am, I thought it was La Llorona. Me and my partner look at each other and we both were like, no way, La Llorona versus Venom. That'd be so stupid yet so entertaining, but it was just a bunch of dogs. Eddie finds them and these thug tattooed looking dudes come up to Eddie and does some really awful schizophrenic bantering, then beats them all up.
Hola, bitches.
Anyways, he beats them up and then hangs upside down, and poor Tom Hardy's old body had to be upside down for however long it took to film that scene. I literally seen all the blood rushing down to his head. His face turned so red. Why didn't they just use Venom upside down? Why did they use this poor 47-year-old man? This is the Venom movie. Then he kills all the Mexicans and he lets the dogs free, and we get to see the real main villain of the movie, these alien xenomorph things. We found out since Eddie Brock died in the first movie, Venom revived him and made him a codex in him, and it's able to be tracked by all these aliens when he becomes fully formed. This was an excuse to not have Venom in this movie. Right when I heard it, I knew they needed to cut some corners somewhere for the CGI budget. Also, this movie had the worst CGI out of all the Venom movies. I thought the first two, more the first one, had a really good CGI, but this one was So Eddie doesn't turn into Venom anymore, and he goes onto this plane from the outside, which is hanging on from the symbiote hands. And I think if I remember correctly, he just turns into Venom because Eddie was having trouble being up there, and instantly this alien goes onto the plane within seconds, which makes these aliens really a threat, which I enjoyed, but I didn't enjoy that it meant less of Venom. They fight on the plane and the alien gets shredded and blows up this airplane engine, which risks the lives of many people on the plane. We even get to see them, and Venom and Eddie just leave. All of those people are dead. Eddie doesn't like killing people unless they're bad. All of those people died because he couldn't handle being on the plane, and he transformed to Venom, which I get he needed to, but he didn't even try saving them. He didn't even look back at them. This guy is a villain. After this, we get the FBI hunting down Eddie, and he kills someone by shooting them, and he feels bad. He just killed an airplane full of people, and now he feels bad for killing this one person who's trying to kill him. After this, Eddie Brock gets away, and then another weird mainstream generic song plays when Venom turns into a horse, while bad ADR from Tom Hardy plays.
I swear to God, when I get off this course, I'm gonna kick your ass, you mother...
And I literally felt myself cringe. We get introduced to this white woman who has a dead brother from lightning or something, and this other lady. They don't really do anything that matters in this movie until the very end. But the whole time they just talk to the cop that everyone thinks is dead, which is supposed to be Toxin. He transforms into this snake green Venom. I thought it was Lasher, but no, it's snake Venom. After Eddie wanders somewhere, he meets this hippie family. And then this teen says, "This guy's a serial killer from my favorite real crime horror podcast." Who the fuck talks like that? They let Eddie stay because, you know, hippies, and they take a road trip and sing. And Eddie and this guy's kid actually have a sweet moment in the movie. It finally felt like we slowed down, and I enjoyed Eddie being nice to this kid. And then he arrives to Vegas and wait. Isn't this guy the Lizard? Why are they teasing Spider-Man fans like this? This is so lame and scummy for Sony to be doing this. Anyways, Venom has a gambling addiction, and Mrs. Chen is there, which I like. They go upstairs and Venom risks everyone in the universe's lives by dancing with Mrs. Chen. This sends a signal to all the aliens. The aliens can now see them just so they could play more generic mainstream movie music. Also, this dance scene was so unreal, I don't even want to talk about it. The FBI finds Eddie first, knock him out, and he ends up separated from the Venom symbiote. And he's in the place where the cop guy is, and they talk, and the military guy comes out and says, "We gotta kill Eddie." And they do. They literally shoot him in the stomach, which I was surprised by, but oh, the second scientist lady had Venom all along. And we get a split second where she's She-Venom. And then main Venom is back, but now the aliens are here and everything's going crazy. Oh, now someone says release the symbiotes. Big CGI fight's about to happen. Toxin literally does nothing and dies right away. We get a fat rock Venom. This shot was actually cool. All of this ending part is just a life foundation, but without any of the cool symbiotes. Instead, we get random ones. We get one singular shot of this white Venom, which looks really cool, almost like an anti-Venom, and that's it. We don't see them ever again. A bunch of symbiotes die right away. This feels more like Power Rangers than symbiotes. The second scientist gets a green one and her voice sounds really gross and weird sounding. Also, Eddie ends up on a motorcycle and this green She-Venom is running right next to him like this. Why is she running like that? Also, why are all the Venoms moving like humans? Is it just me, or when I think of symbiotes running or doing anything, I think of them crawling around or lunging like a monster, not running like a track star?
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Like 4 more aliens. Now there's like 6 out of what looked like a world full of them. And then the white lady becomes a purple lightning Venom. Everyone gives up and Venom transforms all the way and turns into a big Venom, which looks pretty cool. They touch tips and then Venom melts, and then the military guy blows them all up and Venom dies. All the symbiotes die except Agony, which this white woman turns into for some reason. And for some reason she has flash powers and lightning powers, which she doesn't have in the comics. She has like acid powers. Eddie wakes up in a hospital. This FBI guy says, "You're free to go, but if Eddie says anything, he'll just die." Eddie goes in New York while Memories by 21 Pilots plays. The Try Not to Cry Family Guy one, while old clips of the movies play. I cannot believe this was the ending scene. And that's it. It just ends. No Spider-Man, even though he's in New York. It's just all done. I physically felt sick after seeing that movie. 2 dumb post-credit scenes that I know won't lead to anything play, and that's the end of this movie. It just felt so weird, and I so desperately wish Sony gave the movie rights to Disney. Even though the MCU is not what it used to be, I'd rather them have it than Sony. Just keep the gaming licenses, and that's it, Sony. Quit. No more Madam Web, no more Kraven the Hunter, no more Disco Dancer movie, no more The Big Wheel movie. I'm done. No more Spider-Man spin-offs. I rate this movie 2 out of 10. I liked it only because... Actually, no, 1 out of 10. Only because I like Venom and Big Venom. If you guys agree, like and comment how you feel about this movie. And if you guys disagree, go ahead and like it anyways, because we all love Venom here. I just don't like this movie. And comment why I'm stupid and dumb and why your opinion about this movie is better. Okay, bye. Love you.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through.
Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you.